chalado. Yetonu emi chalado.
Agasa gedenge wela welo.
Yetonu emi chalado.
Chade denia soma ola wema.
Yetonu emi chalado.
Frederica edem ola wese.
Yetonu emi chalado.
Oval omeki ola wemi.
Yetonu emi chalado.
O enchemi do pe kola welo.
Yetonu emi chalado.
Africa to pata mi chite mi awe.
Yetonu emi chalado. Yetonu emi chalado.
Amesia mi chite mi awe.
Yetonu emi chalado.
Festival Africa fodu emi la wolo. La de mi awe do men mo fiolo.
Festival Africa fodu emi la wolo. La de mi atogonu.
Festival Africa fodu emi la hoe. La de mi awe do men mo fiolo.
Festival Africa fodu emi la wolo. La de mi atogonu ofiosi.
Mi atogbo benu okotilo.
Yo fo boy.
Mi atogbo benu okotise ha.
Yo fo boy. Bremi so bi brother si mene mi awo. Ole amede ojo ole amede ojo kalu. Ole amede oyi Haiti, Brazil, Senegal, Portugal. Gidi me una no kwego. Wani no kwegale tekeni. Udodo peto mano monu chepi humega. Begu toni kake mi amedo kale piso sola we. Netoko benu ofoji. Eti Africa to mi chitene mi festival.
Africa fodu emi asojala mi atogbo benu odoze ha.
Festival Africa fodu emi la welo. Atogonu ofiosi.
Oh, agasa gedenge. Ole pe soso.
Mi la we.
Ole pe soso lu.
Mi la we.
Chade ole pe soso.
Mi la we.
Ole pe soso.
Mi la we.
Anje mi do pe koya.
Mi la we.
Ole pe soso lu.
Mi la we.
Pe soso lu.
Mi la we.
Pakistan ole pe soso lu.
Mi la we.
Our heritage, the sound of Datupani, give a signal either for joy or for war. I have a heritage. Do you have a heritage? Yes, you have a heritage. So we have a heritage, our heritage. Our heritage is a culture program. I am going to take you around the world, teach you more about our culture festivals, the importance of our culture festivals. What do we gain from our festivals? The developmental projects, the food we eat, the language we speak, and everything around us. The dress of our kings, our paramount chiefs, our divisional chiefs. I am going to take you one after the other, teach you how our dresses, how our chiefs dress, the way they react among public, slaughtering animals. Teach you the importance of all festivals across Africa, mostly our land, form bigger part of our culture. Every traditional area have a heritage. I'll be inviting personalities on this program, our chiefs, our ministers, especially those who are in the cultural sector. The Minister for Culture and Tourism, when they were growing up, what was the reason of enjoying their cultural life? What are we seeing today? I'm taking you from the southern part of Ghana to the northern part of Ghana. I am bringing you back to the middle belt, teaching you about all their cultural festivities, things that go into their culture from day one to the grand deba. How a child is born, the outdooring, naming ceremony, wedding ceremonies form part of our cultural festivities. Our heritage. Long live Ghana, long live Africa.
Maduago na Jukwa. Maduago na Africa Jukwa. Nya wezo nya mapomade, nya pashide, yiplo ogbare. Enledo na Africa. Enledo na Jepa, e turu fo anye haje ha. Madangdo na fia gan kata na l'Africa nyigbaji. Ba bieto enledo ni fotobiga amonya fitia jongaga. da hona aplau jukwa ni ko gbadona me tɔxɛ ne Afrika míaƒe dekɔnu ƒe adzagba míaƒe dekɔnu ƒe klosalo míaƒe dekɔnu ƒe nuvanyenye nye kple woe tsu ge ɖe te eta mi gblɔ be atsi ɖeka menɔna dzogbe wɔna ve o atsi ɖeka menɔna dzogbe wɔna ve o ewu evevi wo ɖeka mete wɔ go nye hã nye ɖeka nye mete wɔ go ye tɔ gblɔna be asi ɖeka mele na to dzo o nye kple woe le ge wòale nye kple woe tsu ge ɖe te wòatsu medo dzaa no kɔvi be ŋɔŋui me vɔna la be ŋu o enyigli ye nɔna ɖu ŋuti hafi aɖu dzena ɖeka mehe wo vɛ memia si o be duka me ne le hã ɖe nya be ʋuawo ye nye eduka me ne le hã nya be Afrika tɔ ne nye ke na nya be medogo le ʋuawo me nye ma na gblɔ be ʋuawo alo votarigintɔ alo mewo dona ʋe gbeku gblɔm lo awo ne nye Afrika tɔ ko tɔwoe nye be nakplɔm ɖo le our heritage our pride ame yiwo katã le du sia du mea míaƒe dekɔnu ƒe adzagba míaƒe dekɔnu ƒe nuvanyenye nu ka subɔm ne le ye xɔse ke le asiwo ɖe dzi míaƒe dekɔnu ɖe ŋka ne nya tso ŋuti etsi ƒoƒo ɖe anyi mifia mi le afi ya godzi ati ƒo tsi ɖe anyi azɔ nu yi ko ne nye dekɔnu mío hã míawɔ be míaƒe Afrika míaƒe ʋenyigba na yi ŋgɔgbea míama ɖo miƒo asi akɔ be míaƒe domenyinui eyi ke mía tɔgbiwo gblẽ ɖe anyi ne mia mi lé ɖe asi enye tɔgbi honu mele zi me ne our heritage our pride egba ɖi ne kpɔ mía mi le atsɔɖoɖo ɖe me ŋutɔ menya vi o atsɔɖoɖoa nyakpɔ nukafi wònya kpɔ ɖo mi le abe xe ɖekawo ene mi tsã avɔ ɖeka ye mi wɔ anko laklisu ɖeka le gbɔnye laklisu ya nɔna gbɔnye zi geɖe ŋutɔ egba laklisu ya ne me yi metrɔ gbɔ va ma ɖe laklisua ŋu akɔ fiɔ ele gbɔnye kple míaƒe nyɔnu dzetugbe aɖe nyɔnu dzetugbe ɖo kplɔ asi kɔ vɛ ne ma ne kpɔ teƒe le dadra ɖo mea enya ge be eʋuawo dzrana ɖo eʋuawo ɖona tsɔ ekpɔ le me da avɔ ɖe abɔe eʋuawo ƒe kesinɔnu wonye eʋuawo ƒe adzagbawo nye menye gbe ɖe sa ɖe dana avɔ ɖe abɔ lo menye du ɖe sa ɖe metɔe dana avɔ ɖe abɔ ɖe gake ʋuawo gbɔ wòle mede akpe ne wo abe Afrika vi ene mede akpe ne wo abe ʋuawo ne emegblɔ no be our heritage our pride our heritage our destiny.
Our heritage, the sound of Datupani, give a signal either for joy or for war. I have a heritage. Do you have a heritage? Yes, you have a heritage. So we have a heritage, our heritage. Our heritage is a culture program. I am going to take you around the world, teach you more about our culture festivals, the importance of our culture festivals. What do we gain from our festivals? The developmental projects, the food we eat, the language we speak, and everything around us. The dress of our kings, our paramount chiefs, our divisional chiefs. I am going to take you one after the other, teach you how our dresses, how our chiefs dress, the way they react among public, slaughtering animals. Teach you the importance of all festivals across Africa, mostly our land, form bigger part of our culture. Every traditional area have a heritage. I'll be inviting personalities on this program, our chiefs, our ministers, especially those who are in the cultural sector. The Minister for Culture and Tourism, when they were growing up, what was the reason of enjoying their culture life? What are we seeing today? I'm taking you from the southern part of Ghana to the northern part of Ghana. I am bringing you back to the middle belt, teaching you about all their culture festivities, things that go into their culture from day one to the grand deba. How a child is born, the outdooring, naming ceremony, wedding ceremonies form part of our culture festivities. Our heritage. Long live Ghana, long live Africa.
Awo miawe zon la adzinye dzɔma le gbegbe elabena meɖo de kɔŋu matsia gɔme nana be dzidzɔ ma le gbegbe edzinye dzɔm ele bo hã dzina dzɔ elabe Afrikatɔwo mi nye míaƒe ŋuɖuɖu aɖe enya be dekɔŋu wonye míaƒe ŋuɖuɖuwo menye ze gbãtɔ megagblɔ ge ne o kaka va do ɖe dekɔŋu eli ye tso dekɔŋu ƒe akpa dzia eli kaka do ɖe subɔsubɔ ƒe akpadzi ne ge ɖe mevua yi ne gbɔna gege ɖe míaƒe trɔ subɔsubɔwo míaƒe kɔŋuwɔwɔwo míaƒe nu vovovowo ƒe akpadzi nye ma na nya hã bena míaƒe ʋuƒoƒowo míaƒe hadzidziwo hã ihe míaƒe dekɔnu ƒe akpa vevi ɖe wònye ɖe sia ɖea mi me tsitre ɖe ame aɖeke ŋuti o ke yi ke na do wo ŋutɔ ɖe dzi efi yi ke ne kpɔ be nyo ne ya fi me na atsɔ akɔ ɖoe nye ma. Today I have a special guest in the house. I have Kpomegah in the house and coupled with Kpomegah Dzigbordi in the house. And we are talking about tradition, culture. All these things form part of our heritage. Food. Do you know food is part of our heritage? Yes. There are so many food in the Ebe land. When we talk about Africa, there are so many types of food we have in Africa. I'll be having the opportunity to speak to our sister, Kpomegah Dzigbordi, when she travels to Africa. What are some of the food she likes best? Some of the food she likes best in the local language, she will let us know. And the ones she has tasted before, we will all hear all these things and know all these things are part of our culture and our tradition. It is laid down rules and regulations our forefathers laid for us, and we are seeing it today. We will also go further to know more about this, our spiritualism, our system of worship. Most people say that our worship is evil. Our worshiping system is evil. But how true is it? Do you believe that? And those that are evil, how can we eliminate it from the system? You are talking about the evil part of our tradition. How can we come together as a people? How can we come together and make amendments? In 21st century, things are changing. Technology is coming. We must be updated. Yes, I believe in tradition. I believe in spiritualism. I believe in virtuism. And I believe in everything about culture and tradition, even into more deeper. But when it comes to hygiene, we must practice hygiene. When it comes to neatness, we must practice neatness. So I'll be taking you further and further. But we'll be taking our discussion from food. Yes, you can't live without food. And among the areas, we have different kinds of food. If you come to the Akple, we have the Akple different. Then we will have to DZEKPLE. We have Akple, then we have DZEKPLE. Akple is also part. Then if you go to the restaurant, you say you want to buy Akple. If you go to any restaurant in the Volta region, you say you want to buy Akple. But you can't go to the restaurant and say you want to buy DZEKPLE. DZEKPLE is not all that common in the restaurants because it moved further from, may I say, the senior of DZEKPLE. So we have a privilege to have Kpomegah Dzigbordi. We'll be talking about the Akple, coupled with that, talking to our sister, Kpomegah Dzigbordi. The Akple she has experience in the Volta region, in Ghana, blah, blah, blah. Then we go ahead to see the senior of all Akple is the DZEKPLE. I call it the senior of all Akple is the DZEKPLE. Most people have not even heard of DZEKPLE before. Then we talk about it. My viewers, help me welcome Kpomegah Dzigbordi and Kpomegah Dzigbordi.
Akple.
Nyawezo.
Yo.
Nifonya. Kpomegah Dzigbordi. Nyapomoto. Non la comme ka Genevie. Nyapomoto. The view. Il Kpomegah Washichachare. Nanama. Akple. Me da Akple me call the studio Agba. He can help himself. Now, me da Akple me call the studio Agba. My poor German Yakbo Legba. The Kawi Juna Daju. Nyahama Janu Nyapa Mpolao. Uha te na mi costume alekai. My pole mi jen. I tell you, me agro tobi honu. Our heritage mi akpomare. Mi wa kwa vokbo deka. Mi wa kwa vokbo over. Mi akwa unchuvo mi anora danabo. Nanya ofiase na kone mi ayo adogba na fiase man. Mi promote fiase man na we. Alo nanya wonto na kpoba voro la ngmane mi bi akwoto jump avore na mi. Katero la ngmane mi yare. Ayo mi akone mi pole mi pa majura mi akpora. I was telling my viewers the way we dress in the same cloth It's beautiful. If any viewer watching us on television, you are selling cloth, you want to give us cloth to wear as a costume to the studio, we will also promote your business as well. That is part of what we are doing here. We are doing it for you, and you are also there for us. Nyapa nguduo, tobi kasapo. Nyapa nguduo le vuvuvuvuvuvu. Majiba, nyapa ba nyapa majuro le mia doma. Nyakpo, nyapa nguduo pakpaji. Vient toi bopa akple. Akple dudu. Akple dada. Il miak bon a nyaba miato va o gbogbo to nyaba akple mo le me sugbon. Kaka nya o ko edine la fi agoji. Que nya da alo nya novi nya te nya dadia mi supo moto la ba ame ava mia do me fia jiji mia pora ba de yi pa plan dudu ade kai o ja plan dudu agoma ni mia sa nyama okata e be ka sako mi info ga tu Akple Kpomegah Dzigbordi, we are talking about Akple. Akple is food that most people eat, but if you want to see the population that eats Akple a lot is the Volta region or the Ebe speaking people who speak the Ebe language. They go into the Akple, and Akple is one of our commonest food that we eat almost every day. You can go to a restaurant and eat Akple or buy Akple, but there is one Akple that you cannot buy in a restaurant, which is the Jankple. I know you have heard of Jankple before.
I've eaten it.
You have eaten Jankple before? I will come to you. So let me see Kachakpo. Then we talk about the Akple in general. Let me Kachakpo. No, but Akple. Mi abu awade nkakadali de mi medwa Akple ko jijona mi.
Tobi weso.
Mazoranti we.
Ma ko mon koko ya. Ma adogbo na nya tobi de wa moga. Banku ayi na nya tobi kan amanya fiti atolia. Apla to bo tiaka. Tobi mi de balo.
Tobi le dolo. Mi nya vi obi ba Akple lo. Ko tobi ka to na Akple. Mama ka to na Akple.
Mi beto yo gere kada mi yo da ko
Evo.
Edo boy malo. Mona kuna nya afia de nya pom nya Africa to alo do die to a bu a o ko nya tiam
Owa
kaga abo to bi afi mai nya jere modon ko na Akple le yevu bam
yeah
o yo ne ba guys
the English name for Akple. He is saying that he has given a secret code for Akple. That is the English name, which is the energizer.
Nana energy. Nse
Akple.
Akple nyam duwade ibe na nyama duo a aw na ma force akato ade nkata ala ba Akple le toke na malad ba tobi na nyama duo a nyama jena nyalu boma ko ajijo vivi se sere ke magana de nyama amachi blibuabo ala ba yekwe mai gadi adom se bodia mano bonbon
ke gaima
wa malobi muna na lobi muna wa e wona do na ambo la makaka ayide ambo susuma
afia ba ntila me pa vidia do la Akple me nyama
be biento e wona do to wa lobi ayina kama susu anya de gblom no e kom e zo o kama kaka yide tajino ayo yide tajino ne ma anya de gblom no le susuma ano vivi se de dem la mono afie ba dem na nonji Akple nye ndugo dia de ike me do jesi le Africa ntu me koto kaka tobi na de me jona ji ba ya bi o ma jona
voy ine gbogbo ba Akple alochi nfia ga vidare afia ba Akple na hojo kaga manyi wa fan wa na choplin ha no ri hojo
etu bi de no na ekea na file na sesele la ma de na do la ma no
mana ba Akple amaye
ke quickly aglo taba glo na nya de na susua ko anana ba ade bana mia ko mu ade bana mia pa de ji wa susua no nya glom na de
na ko fifi ajere
ngum susua no nya glom na de Kwa asia ha no ye pe do wom sire ka akple be wo kwa le mia amegbe to pe lame asubon.
Me bon afina ye nyama jare. Akple pe wo pe lame gboto pe lame asubon. Mara kuma ko mon ko ma glona me yu katana do restaurant pe to bari. Ni ji fu flaso dadi. Akple na no jokhom. Akple na khoju. Fi ka akple bi afan la mi le 21st century me. Ni ji microwave o darani. Na akple bi afan nya heat akple na mu. Ela be to bi kasa ko gbo ogbon be akple na khoju no wa malochin.
Ema.
Afia ba anana dodada le me.
Dodada le me.
Na ba wa shima ha ma ku yi pa anu nsem.
Yeah. Tiana na de mia ko susu.
Okay.
Akple vu na susu me na me.
Oh.
Ana abro na wo me koko. Subon. Kumu me subon a. Na bia wo mu nya ku de eblinti. No khle blipe wo pele agbeto pe lame ne wa. Eji ajo.
Oh.
Ana ben enya na de na duma. Aklo na agbeto pe susu me. Edzra na me do. Ana be gbegbe anomu. Na ya kugun de se na ya malo.
Akpa. Kpomegah Dzigbordi. Kpomegah Dzigbordi. The Akple. You arrived in Africa 1986. I think I'm right.
Yes.
You first stepped in Kotoka International Airport 1986.
Yes.
Then when was the first time you ate Akple?
I don't remember the first time, but I remember by that time, what do you call it? Community. There was what do you call that?
Community center.
Yes, community center behind the art center.
At Accra.
Yes, at Accra. It's not anymore. But by that time, it was very scarcity of petrol and food and things. It was difficult times in Ghana by that time. But the community center served every day Banku with okro soup and tuna fish. So that was my favorite food ever since.
So now, if I may get it right, it means when you landed in 1986, you ate Akple within that year, or maybe 1987, 89?
No, it was not every day, but very often.
Often, Akple.
Yes.
So
or if it was Banku or Akple, I'm sorry.
Yes, we don't want to differentiate it. Yeah, the Banku.
Banku with okra soup with tuna fish. It was served very cheap at the community center, and I went there to eat often.
So the first day you went in for the Akple and the okra soup and the tuna fish, they put it in the bowl for you. How do you see it? Some people see that, what is this? What is this? The ball, something like football. This one is here.
I just ate it. There was nothing strange.
Oh.
But I know what you mean. Some of my people that I've brought here on my group travels, they don't like the bowl, and they don't like to eat with their hands, and they don't like the taste. So I know many of my people don't like Banku or Akple. But for me, it was never a problem.
So the first time you saw the Akple and the okra soup, then I just want to know the reaction.
I don't remember it so long ago. I just remember I liked it.
You like it?
Yes.
Much or so much?
I don't remember. I was eating it always. I like it.
So if I may not be wrong, my statistics can tell me that you have been eating Akple for almost 35 years now.
Yes, 36 years. And as I said, it is my favorite food in Ghana. Akple or Banku with fetri and tuna fish.
But the Akple and the okra soup, that is why we have the song in the Ewe language. Agbali moklo Akple fetri vivina kakachuma. Agbali moklo Akple fetri vivina kakachuma.
Vivina, vivina, vivinanto, vivina, vivina, vivinanto, vivina, vivina, vivinanto, vivina kakachume.
Agbali moklo Akple fetri
Vivina kachume.
Agbali moklo Akple fetri
vivina kakachume. Vivina, vivina, vivinanto, vivina, vivina, vivinanto, vivina, vivina, vivinanto, vivina kakachume.
I am the choir master now. The director in charge.
Yeah.
Nenemai agbali mo kple fertile de che vivina kaka choma. Now we want to know the benefit thereof, that if you eat akple, do you feel heavy? Because to Kachakpo is saying that
you feel heavy and you sleep well.
Because some people prefer that the akple, if you eat akple too much, sometimes, I don't know, somebody says energizer.
Yeah, I heard so.
So when you
keep
eat
long, you don't get hungry in a long time. It is slow in digestion, so it's good.
The carbohydrate level, or the level in that plate is too high, so it gives you all the energy. But I still have to go that side, because akple alone cannot go with akple like that. Akple goes with the soup. Apart from the okro soup, which other soup do you like favorite?
In my country, I'm a vegetarian, so it is not the soup that is the problem. Is that to find soup that is not with meat. So I like all the soups actually. I don't like the spice Maggi too much either. So if it is too much Maggi taste, or if it's meat, then I have problem. But I like all the soups: palm nut soup, groundnut soup, light soup. I like everything.
Like you just don't take too much meat.
Yes, I prefer even no meat.
Okay.
I mean, I eat fish. Yes.
Okay. Then small cube or spices. No spices at all.
No, I like spices. I just don't like the artificial taste in Maggi cube. Sorry if Maggi is one of the sponsors here. I just
sorry.
Don't like
Cube now, the akple, I'll still move further to ask you more. Apart from the akple in the restaurants, the one we cook at home, there's one in the every language, they call that one DZEKPLE. It is called DZEKPLE. I don't know where our forefathers discovered that name from, but it's DZEKPLE. The preparation and everything is wonderful. Have you tasted that one before?
Yes, isn't that what they cook in the shrines when you go to Jogbe?
Yes, the one they cook in the shrine. If you go to
so that's what I'm eating if I go to Jogbe.
Have you been to Jogbe before?
Yes, I cannot enter someone's Jogbe unless I've done it myself. So yes, I have done Jogbe.
Ming Akple, susu ya tawo ni be Kpomegah do nye ya. Ela be kunde alo goro voju fo Kpomegah onye. No be Kpomegah segome. Goro voju fo Kpomegah onye de Jogbe. Ima gromo la be de Jogbe. Ina nyawi yo na be DZEKPLE. So how does it feel, the DZEKPLE, the power in the DZEKPLE? Want to see the reactions. Tell me more about.
I mean, the taste of DZEKPLE is very nice because it's salty. I know that it is cooked from the soup from the meat, so I should maybe not eat it. But I like DZEKPLE. It's tasty, and I know it is also sacred food because it is done from the animals that have been sacrificed
to the gods.
Yes, so I know it's a spiritual food.
It's a spiritual food indeed.
Yes.
So I'm still want to know more about the DZEKPLE. We are talking about Akple in general, but with you, I move further from the Akple and to the DZEKPLE. Now, for our understanding, it is the salt and the corn flour and the water that come together. It is called DZEKPLE, and the preparation of this DZEKPLE seems to be simple, but it gives more spiritual and physical weight to somebody who indulge into it. What are some of the energies you derive from this DZEKPLE?
Honestly, I don't know, but I thought it is not only the salt. I think it is also cooked from the bouillon, from the cooking of the meat. So it's not only salt. It is also taste from the soup, the meat. I'm sure it's just like any spiritual food. It's supposed to give you powers.
Okay. Tobi Kasapo. Nandema mi Kpomegah Dzigbordi bana DZEKPLE ayike due onye bana in Africa ye de zon gare de kong makpaji ala Jogbe yi pleto moma gare mi pa de kong mama. I'm telling Tobi Kasapo that you ate DZEKPLE because you went further into the spiritualism that is going to the Jogbe. That is where you came in contact with DZEKPLE the first time.
Yes.
I think I'm right.
Yes.
If it doesn't be Joe, but you will not be, because you tour Africa, but nobody can put DZEKPLE before you, because DZEKPLE can be cooked at every places. But most places that you can see this is in the shrines, the Jogba, the traditional things they do. So, tell Kasapo, le DZEKPLE makpajiare, the kong makpajiare ke nganto nonaro, na adu DZEKPLE ye DZEKPLE du dumare. De amonubo bara chona vajuo gbo togbia gbo avanama alo o wula yo dang ko yin dada ko nyema beje mia de zombia gade de kong makpaji vide nya ba npolawo ita on be bia ra nya tafaro tobi ho nu ya be bia
yo tobi
agoi
akpe de o gabiata le nyanu a you gbare global give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Mi nanya Kaiser toa Queen. Mi ba DZEKPLE bo. DZEKPLE
comment ya ijine vide maka ijine vide.
Dada le ni agbo a. Mi dane bobo mekpajili. Ye nti la mekpajili.
Okay. Kpomegah, you Toby saying DZEKPLE you have two types. The one they cook in the shrine and the Jogba is different. Then the one they cook at home too is there.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Miatema da DZEKPLE la pe me adu. Ela ba enye miapo de komu fakpade.
So let me help you the interpretation to Kpomegah. That we cook DZEKPLE at home, that one is part of our culture and tradition. It's not into the voodoo is inside.
Yes.
You can buy your own things and cook at home. Okay.
Ayo nyeba nye miapo de komu fakpade enye miapo ndidi. Ble miapo wona de sia de enye mde ike miao miapo de kom padia ayi na plemi all the time gafufu sia gafufu mata gasia ga ma mi jina na wa nyebe mi dogo kosira ogbe
la miapo apomo avi hapara go to bi kama do pe miapo nya salobari to bi ogbon ba DZEKPLE re ate de le won to apomo adufa na mo nya na da ho na nya shi to bi kwa apromo wa de na ma
sharp ne to ha ma ba pere mo mi ade
akpe
no sharp ta yo nyeba nyeba de kom pakpade ta mi woni kredu avivire mia do kuonti ke nyona mia do kuo ba mia nya amayo mi enye.
Okay.
Nene mae DZEKPLE bubu le mia gboa o le yenye ma gasia gam akpoba na mi va do go le vide topo sronde po ple to kata mi pona gbobe na DZEKPLE ele plonji. Ame ɖeka ɖe te ba fia woate kɔ nuɖuɖu ɖe sia ɖe aɖo akplɔ ke va yi no me da DZEKPLE wa eya gblɔ zi ɖeka be ekplɔ ya mede o. Ta kpata edze be woadzi koklo ɖe tsatsa.
Ada
DZEKPLE. Mi dane kokoko ne nɔviwo yi mɔdzi kakaka ne gbɔ va gbɔ wa. Mi dana DZEKPLE ne aba ado vivi ɖe ŋuti. Enye míaƒe dekɔnu ƒe akpa ɖe ta mi wɔnɛ ɣeawo katã yi.
Enye míaƒe dekɔnu ƒe akpa ɖe emi wɔnɛ ɣeawo katã yi. Kpomegah, let me come to you before I move to the other topic. Now we come to our traditional spiritualism, the worship of our deities, the worship in general, worship of our deities, our voodoos. Voodoos are there, the Sakpate is there, the Kunde is there, the Musi is there, the Tingari is there, the Kpetuleke is there, the Hebioso is there. We have so many, the Lisada is there. All the Jews, we have so many that even math cannot even count it. Across all the ethnic groups, not only in the areas, across all the ethnic groups, they have different Jews. How be your contact with these spiritualisms? How be your contact into our worship system? How do you see
Explain the question.
How do you see our worship system?
How I see it?
Yes.
It's very interesting to me.
It's interesting.
I came into contact with it because of the music. I like the music so much. I love the voodoo or the traditional music. And then I find it interesting. And I find it nice that it is free. There is no book and no, how can I say, there is no organized.
It is not documented, by the way. But you see that the worship of the voodoos and everything, you came in contact because of the drums and the music.
I mean, of course it is organized. I know there are societies for the different religions, but it is not organized as Christianism, for example, that is oppressing a lot of people. So I see Voodooism more free. I see that it is more your own contact with your God yourself.
Okay.
So that no one can tell me, if I have a dream that the God tell me something, no one can tell me, no, you didn't. It's my own contact with
the gods. The gods.
With any God, with any
divinities.
Yeah, so with any creating energy, as I call it, as I see it.
You call it creating energies.
Creating energy. Or ancestor, or elemental energies, or there are so many different ones, of course.
So many different ones. So in your country, do you have things like that?
Before Christianity came to my country, we had very similar pantheon.
You have voodoos, you have the...
Well, we don't call them voodoos, but we had the gods. So similar to, like, for example, how the pantheon of Kunde is different ones. I'm sure the same, like the father, the mother, the children, the thunder god, the deity for water and fertility and so on. Similar we had, yes. 1,000 years ago, Christianity came and didn't allow us to continue with that. I think it has been all over the world. It's a normal, I mean, tradition has been to have contact with ancestors and these energies. It's a human thing, I think. And then Christianity and other religions come to create structures for power so that kings or militaries or countries could take
over the rulership.
Land, yes.
Tapi Akple, nenema nyepa bobomo subo, nyepa vojuo, nyepa mseseo, tomo, ewa amadaka nare, nali ina nwanyi ne va kpong baja. Ba mbe vojuo le kikama, kaka yo le won to gbo an poplen fo mo deni jogbo ayo le won to gbo le Africa nyi gbaji, la flawo nyi gbaji, le vota nyi gbaji, le ke ne ko se na gome de onye nwie ale de onye gbagbla imi atogbi osubo emi omi ba chodo a
ma gede magbele nyama
ko
bokra
ye jine vire nikwa
nyama gede magbele nyama bokra
go
ma no tere bokan jire ka ko Akple enu nto obede nyama gede magbe le nyama bokra
tale ma ji kamano re ka ko na ba
magbele ko a
emna ko
emu anyu apa mi ne to asigbo na mede yo kona mi ne to asigbo na me yo kona emu ya no bonye le fia ma be no jin le fi de ko
kaka go bloba agbon popular kokro popular pakpa ke chowo fla wi chowo wi ma maguna ba mo chi tu mane yo mo ai ku flag bo go no na du ple to na du e bo chowo fla mo vere mo ro no nya de kamidala nya mo ma
agbo popular agbon popular le to mo katandi na fi ke emu adono wona na le nti wa fi o do na wa na hia be na plagbo a ina plege agbo ha mere ke me na hono gede na yo gba lo bokon gede na yo gba o mo du ala bi ya ji mola ye ko no nya pe ogba no nya pe for the bojuaji alo amaya de no we na ji gba ebo o ga tron la makra maga kra ko de no akoju to ma yin amola gbasa sugbon eyi mi mo o kata yi ma eje bo wa dun ta wa do de joji ati echi de patapata wa akpo odo ti ama ya da je plug ide akpo to bi wa paji yo obo yo akpo a
abale na ya komere do ma pomba ama do ma hin ama da shiro kwinti mo ba to bi gbo pomu mo ba tro mo refa ju chi mo ba sugbore die ite ne va wa ba gbo ga hazan le ma no ni ba ma tetere fa ju onti fa ju sugbo ma lo tetere onti a fa ju ho aje shi na do yi ma wala french ni alo
menade no glo no ba magango wo ko bo a nya ba nya tekwe
magango
wo bo ala ba puma ta pepeli yo won le nya ba puma mo
no bo hajipia ala bo na
adaloma
no bo nya togbi pa na la puma ma
na daloma asi ona yema na make sure ba ye pokpo mo le ƒome aƒe ɖoɖo ɖe sia ɖe dzi ane me mo gado me ane nane va dzɔ ɖe dzi o ye ne va wɔ mi atɔgbiwo va kpɔ be awo meva na aƒe mo meva na aƒe mo mewɔ nana ɖeke ne yewo vɔ yewo be ŋkɔe le ŋu ye ne kpɔ yi me woyɔ wo be soku woyɔ wo be kasakpo woyɔ wo be honu woyɔ wo be dzigbɔɖi ye mewɔ moa ne va yi nane va tu ye ne va yia ye tɔgbiwo agblɔ be o yewo wɔ mi le ke yewo mekpɔ o yewo yɔ wo le fi metɔ yewo wɔ le ke mo eɖe ɖokuiwo ɖa le ƒome me o ye yewo yakɔ yaƒoƒovi ma gbɔ lɔ ame naɖe ko bada dze kple ne ɖeviwo na mo na ɖu aƒe me ɖe ne hlẽ ɖe anyigba bɔbɔ ekpɔ
Christiana, let me talk to you before we go for a commercial break. We are saying that Kpomegah was explaining as well. Most people say that when they go to the shrine, they say bring cow, bring goat, bring sheep, bring this and this, bring drink, and they don't know all that they are bringing. It becomes unbecoming. So that is where most of them, they move from so-called the Judaism or the traditional religion to other religions so that they can be free. Because I am not here to tarnish any religion as well. Everybody believes in his own, her own religion, or that is the freedom of worship. But some people say that in the traditional dome, bringing money, buying sheep, buying goat, tomorrow buying this, they are tired of that. And Kpomegah Dzigbordi was also explaining that because people don't go to their hometown, people don't go to they don't pay homage to their fatherland, because the sign name you are having, it is for your great-grandfather. You don't know where they have initiated that name or why they have given you that name. But you grew up and you say you are not part of that family. So it goes back to hurt so many people. Do you agree to that?
If I agree to...
Yeah, do you agree to what Kpomegah Dzigbordi is saying? How do you see that people say that they kill goat, they kill this, so too much expenses?
Well, it depends. If you want to have something special to pray, that you want to pray for the gods for something special, that is when you are bringing goats and drinks and all this. But you don't have to bring that always to the shrine. That is, I'm not a specialist, but that's how I've seen it. That you can just
from your point of view, yeah.
You can just go and pray.
Normal prayers.
Yes, you don't have to bring goats unless you want it.
Or you want to give a special assignment to the gods.
Yeah. Usually it's like this: if you pray for something, I wish I would have this and that work, or I wish I would have children, or whatever you pray for, and then you say, if I get it, I promise you a goat.
Yes.
Then you have to give it later, if you get what you pray for. But you don't have to give goats just like that. It's
just like that.
That's how I see it, that it's a free will.
It's so...
But didn't you people also tell me that people give a lot of money to the Christian pastors? And that is...
It's a way of sacrifice?
Yes, and it is... I don't know, since I am not brought up Christian, so I don't know how that works actually, but you give... We have a song in Swedish, it's very funny, that my brother, the lyrics of the song says, he's...
Sing the song first for me, before you
it's
give the
very
interpretation.
Funny song.
Tell me, I'm interested.
Bror är bildad och går i kyrkorna även. När han går ut får han hålla byxan i näven. För alla knapparna har han lagt i kollekten. Tänk att man jämt ska behöva skämmas för släkten. It's just like this. My brother, he's educated and he's going to the church. Min bror är bildad och går i kyrkorna även. But when he's leaving the church, he has to hold the trousers so they don't fall down, because all the buttons he gave in the collect. He didn't give money. He gave the buttons from the trousers. so you have to be ashamed of this brother, because he doesn't want to give money. He's taking his buttons, so he has to pull the trousers not to drop it when he leaves church. So I mean, I think people are free to give or not give wherever they are.
Yeah, before I go for a commercial break, from your angle of speaking, I would like to ask one controversial question. Have you been to church before?
I have never been a member of church. My mother didn't even baptize me. I'm a pagan.
You're a pagan?
I was never baptized. My parents didn't go to church. Of course, I've been to church for funerals or weddings or things, or Christmas prayer or something, but I remember my grandmother, who was Christian, she told me when I was very small, if you don't believe in God, you will go to hell. So I was thinking, I don't want to go to hell. Believe, believe, believe. And it was like just abstract. How can I believe in something I don't have a feeling or a connection to? So I said, okay, let me go to hell. I don't know how to believe in God. But then later on, I think that, as my mother taught me, love is God. Okay. Nature is God. Okay. Sun is God.
Nature is God.
And how I see it.
And love is God. You know, I'm getting interested from that point of view.
And how I see it, I read a lot of the esoteric books in the tradition of Madame Blavatsky, who wrote books in the 1800s.
In the 1800s?
Yes, and she was like, how do you say, she was a medium writing books from older of the ancestors from Tibet. And that is very, very interesting. The Tibetan Buddhism.
I would like to get a copy of it.
There are millions of books. I'll tell you later. But as they say, and as also I think that is very logic, if you think that God is everything, then our mind is the body of mind. Our bodies and the earth is the body of God. And our willpower and our spiritual development is God's. God wants to see itself. So we are actually God. That's how I see it. We are part of God and we are God.
Yes.
God is the whole consciousness of everything. So we are part of that consciousness. And that is why we also have a responsibility to develop ourselves spiritually, because we develop God. That's how I see it.
Beautiful. Nyefa bolao. Woto pombo mahanya osaka kakanya bana. Lolo enya mau. Khikha me nya mau. Jojo me nya mau. Anyigba nya mau. Jusa jupan kono ne le vuvu. Me yo le pajo yiba sakpate enya anyigba. Amoro yiba holuto. Moro yiba davivono. Haya hoyo enya ma amoyo nko vuvu ne. Eji to hali, ejefe to hali, etore to hali. Nyakpie magbonu af ma yi magbonye be mawu enye lolo. Mawu enye kikhiama. Akpe ma yi magbore me viere me trogbo bare. Magala akpa bubu no na nya be egba dokomi chaka de chi blu na chi be ayi ke gomenese na kplomi do blewu ne na fodo lema na ko tudo ki rote ne bia bia la shiwa ate bia fa manote adonu nenema akpa our heritage my matrova
Our heritage, the sound of that Tupani, give a signal either for joy or for war. I have a heritage. Do you have a heritage? Yes, you have a heritage. So we have a heritage, our heritage. Our heritage is a culture program. I am going to take you around the world, teach you more about our culture festivals, the importance of our culture festivals. What do we gain from our festivals? The developmental projects, the food we eat, the language we speak, and everything around us. The dress of our kings, our paramount chiefs, our divisional chiefs. I am going to take you one after the other, teach you how our dresses, how our chiefs dress, the way they react among public, slaughtering animals. Teach you the importance of all festivals across Africa, mostly our land, form bigger part of our culture. Every traditional area have a heritage. I'll be inviting personalities on this program, our chiefs, our ministers, especially those who are in the cultural sector. The Minister for Culture and Tourism, when they were growing up, what was the reason of enjoying their culture life? What are we seeing today? I'm taking you from the southern part of Ghana to the northern part of Ghana. I am bringing you back to the middle belt, teaching you about all their culture festivities, things that go into their culture from day one to the grand deba. How a child is born, the outdooring, naming ceremony, wedding ceremonies form part of our culture festivities, our heritage. Long live Ghana, long live Africa.
Awo nyawizon ajinya joma la gbegbe akole mi ngogo madam ya na Kpomegah do na ma ni fa da ko ma ko nya enu kata mi wulende agbaji no ko susu be na Kpomegah mi ala da ko ma rete ma gare nya amajroji nya me papa oji Kpomegah Dzigbordi we spoke at a length, so thank you very much. But before you leave me and go, why do you follow tradition? What is the main reason why you follow tradition?
I have a call, just like music, I have a call. And when Spirit also asked me to be Kpomegah or to be Mushi and to carry responsibility, I tell myself, who am I to say no to Spirit? For me, it's fantastic to see possessed people. It's fantastic for me to see the Alpha divination. It's fantastic for me to see the communication with the other world. And since I believe the other world and ancestors and all these elemental energies and whatever and whoever they are exist, I don't think I can say no. I see them as tools of God, just like how I have friends.
Okay, tools of God.
Yes, because I have Christian friends who say, why do you follow tradition? And I say, they tell me, there is God, so you just have to worship one. And I say, yeah, but that is just like if I should have one friend. I want many friends, or to eat just one food. I want to eat many food. It's like, or if you have a toolbox, you don't just only have the hammer. You have a lot of tools to do different things.
Okay.
So I think it's like fun. It makes me happy.
I am also happy too.
That's all. I
am also happy too. And with the advocacy, we talk to a whole lot of empower women and help them know their rights, help them, give them the energy, those who want to do music, those who want to play drums, and those who want to do a whole lot. We thank you for being part of us, being part of our Africa cultural family.
Thank you too.
Being part of our heritage team.
Thank you for
because
your work.
You started this together with me. You started together with me, and I just want to use the viewership to thank you, congratulate you. Love is God. Look at love is God. I'm very interested in that. God is
love your neighbor as yourself.
There's an adage like that your fellow human being you are seeing, if you don't love your fellow, then he doesn't love God. That's an adage in every language.
Lom, Namalon, Africa, Bodi, Lom, Namalon, Jabana, Jabu, one I come Gashagam, Jabu, Jabu, I don't know, Africa, so you kata, no, no one neighbor, I am that I am. Amaya, Kpomegah, Matamatro.
I am that I am. Any a Jiboton and Yakunya. Oh, and Yagaranya. A chino no Garanya. A chihuahua. What do Chiali? When you're Bana?
Africa,
magaga puka Akple villa. Nyepa mpolao. I want to use the privilege to thank Kpomegah Dzigbordi for coming all the way from the destination to Ghana, visiting us in the studio about heritage program to talk with Kasako One for all the time and the energy put into this service, and King Lagazi and the studio, the engineers, Francis, and everybody helping. Thank you very much for all that you are doing. Tobi Honu. Every Thursday, our heritage, our pride. We bring nothing but the best. Hold fast to what you believe and know one thing, that love is God. And you have so many tools. The one that you want to use to work, use it to work. That is where the country has given us freedom of worship. We have the religions. So the one that you want to follow, follow it. I follow traditional religion. What about you? Make your decision. If you want to follow me, you can mention 0243 874766 0243 874766. Maybe I put the Kongado. Aluya let the Kongwa Nyamadashi. Never said a Gomwa, near the Gomono above Vienna, or Africa Vienna, a bog on the shadow, near the Mono Pita Pita, our heritage, our pride. Madak Panami, Nichoha, Niaga Noju, Nia Strong, Nia Akple Move, what the Namanemi, Akba, I sing Yatemawa, New Way, let Tobio Fan Coma. Letty, planning back on coma. Our heritage, our pride.
Our heritage, the sound of Datupani, give a signal either for joy or for war. I have a heritage. Do you have a heritage? Yes, you have a heritage. So we have a heritage, our heritage. Our heritage is a culture program. I am going to take you around the world, teach you more about our culture festivals, the importance of our culture festivals. What do we gain from our festivals? The developmental projects, the food we eat, the language we speak, and everything around us. The dress of our kings, our paramount chiefs, our divisional chiefs. I am going to take you one after the other, teach you how our dresses, how our chiefs dress, the way they react among public, slaughtering animals. Teach you the importance of all festivals across Africa, mostly our land, form bigger part of our culture. Every traditional area have a heritage. I'll be inviting personalities on this program, our chiefs, our ministers, especially those who are in the cultural sector. The Minister for Culture and Tourism, when they were growing up, what was the reason of enjoying their culture life? What are we seeing today? I'm taking you from the southern part of Ghana to the northern part of Ghana. I am bringing you back to the middle belt, teaching you about all their culture festivities, things that go into their culture from day one to the grand deba. How a child is born, the outdooring, naming ceremony, wedding ceremonies form part of our culture festivities. Our heritage. Long live Ghana, long live Africa.